nuggets, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing a new tutorial on Procreate. Obviously, as you could tell from the title, it's a braid tutorial because I don't think I actually did one for Procreate. So here you go. I did one for Ibis Paint. If you don't know, I'm going to link it down in the description, and the brushes I'm using will be in the description as well. They are actually free from the creator, and like everyone said in my brush video when I was showing my brushes, I didn't know that you could actually put a 0 in and it would actually be free, because it didn't work for me. But that's just the reason why I pinned someone's comment saying that you can do that. So I get it. And yeah, first thing you want to do is smudge your Avi's forehead and then actually start the process, and make sure her head is kind of like flat, because the hairstyle I'm doing is like her hair in a ponytail, like slicked back, and her hair is up and braided down basically. I don't know why my recording is being so weird, because it's just paused a little bit, but afterwards it's going to like actually start moving. But in this process you want to use the clipping mask, and using the thick curly hairbrush and the color dark brown or black, it doesn't matter, but just make sure that your brush is like medium sized. I forgot what percentage I use. Just want to create swoops and creating a really nice looking hairline and coloring in the base of your head that your Avi comes in when you take the picture. And then the next step is making a new layer, obviously, and you're going to create a little circle, and then after you've done that you're going to create a new layer, and using the hair base brush, but first you're going to use the thick curly hair brush, and you're just going to create a little bit of hair just going down and create like a little pattern at the beginning, and then we're going to use liquify and shape the hair to look like braids, and then we're going to start adding details to actually make it look like braids, and that part is actually really easy. And now I'm going to pick up the hair base brush to fill in the middle part of the hair. The next step is using liquify and creating a braid pattern. So to make the braids look even better, this is something I didn't actually do when I was first starting out doing braids. So you want to do this, and it's really easy. Make sure the size is at least like 10 to 13%, and just like curve it in. You know how braid patterns look like, so there you go. Now when you're finished, you're going to be using the hair shade, you're going to be using a detail brush that I'm going to put in the description. It's free, and if you can't find it, I'm going to link the brush set that it came from, and it's also free. So you're going to make a new layer, and you're going to get a lighter shade of whatever hair color that you use. So you don't need to use add. And you're going to start creating the detail. So basically you're going to start off with a straight movement and then when you're going into the circle bits of the hair, the curved bits of the hair, you're going to like angle your picture and draw the detail to the side, and also make sure that you're using the eraser and creating a little fade, because you don't want all of the detailing to be on top of each with no shade to it, if you know what I mean. Also make sure after you've done each section you're making a new layer, and it's a clipping mask so you don't have to erase stuff outside of the actual hair. If you can't see it, you can just duplicate the layer, or you can go back on the color palette and pick a lighter color, but not too light. At this point you would notice that I didn't make any new layers for the new patterns that I've created. Is because my hair color is already really dark, so you can't see them overlapping and need like shading and stuff like that. But if your hair color isn't like that, then you would need to like make new layers and make sure that there is some hair darker shades to it and all that. And if you feel like you're like me and you need to do that, then you don't need to make new layers. And the next step is just creating the detail to the other parts of the hair, and you're technically done really soon. Now I'm going to merge all of those layers down, and then I'm going to be going on the third layer and making a new layer on top of that and creating a clipping mask like I did before. So I'm merging the layers down. Don't do it like all together, because then, you know, something disappears and you're gonna think it's wrong. It's only because the hair base has a clipping mask and everything else does as well. So it thinks that you're clipping the whole hair into like her body, so that's why. So make sure you're doing it how I'm doing it, and then you're going to remove the clipping mask of the hair base after you finished. Then you're going to make the braid layer invisible and just go around, and then make the base hair invisible. Well, not invisible, I mean lower the opacity and then go around the hair and erase it. Then when you're finished, you're just going to bring the opacity back and the braid layer back as well, and then you're going to start highlighting. So you're going to bring a lighter shade of the hair, like the color that you already used, and we're going to be using the glowing hairbrush in the new hair set. And you don't need to use Gaussian blur like I did in my past Procreate tutorials. You're just going to lightly put it on the hair and then a little bit go harder on it. Just don't overuse the highlight, but if you want to blur it out, then you can. And if you haven't already, then also add detail into your hair as well, like I just did with the baby hair in front of the ears. I actually forgot that I did this way before highlighting, which was the last step in this video. But what I'm doing right now is I'm about to smudge out the edges just a little bit. Not too much to the point that the more bold strokes of hair comes off as well, just a little bit. And on a new layer, I'm now going to be highlighting with the lightest color that we previously used. That's it for this tutorial. I hoped you really liked it and found it easy to follow. And if you were confused on any part of the video, please tell me in the comments. And if you're new to my channel, you should definitely subscribe and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.